the whole damn verse, spinning around you with open arms. It's a race against time that plunges you deep into the black. What are you gonna do when the void stares back? You'll never stop the revolution. Time to begin your evolution. Take a leap of faith. You gotta break the illusion. You gotta make your own solution. Take a leap of faith. The future's just a void, jump away.
Greetings, humanity, and welcome once more to Channel Otherdoc. I am Jim. I use he/him pronouns, and today we are playing Ghosts of Saltmaw, our Dark Matter campaign. I am playing Cole Hayden, Human Gunslinger, and we're going to go around and say hi to everybody, find out who they are and who they are playing, starting once more with Anino. Hello.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Anino. I use he/him pronouns, and in this campaign, I play Rekmara, the Aviara druid and bureaucrat.
Just sidling into multi-classing and bureaucrat. Now let us get over to Cazimi. Hello.
Hey y'all, I'm Cazimi. Use she/her pronouns, and today I'm playing Klangswell Nunu Fritz Holdsbottom Thunderstruck, the space gnome who uses they/them pronouns.
Awesome. And now over to May. Hello.
Hi everybody, my name is May. I play Lasness Chain Tower, the Star Dwarf Paladin, who can keep all your secrets.
Every single one. And finally over to Mem. Hello.
Hello, I'm Mem. Myself and Nerita Galeen, the not a witch I play. Jim's like, oh, are you gonna say the right thing or what?
There's a right thing?
I was trying, and then you stressed me out, Jim. Like the twinsiness. We like we felt
we're sporting gray
each other's
today.
each other's vibes too much.
You're connected ethereally through the gray.
Through the gray.
Like the void, only not.
Yes, that's right.
It is the void, but it's gray.
It's the that sort of astral plane like additional side thing, the sort of gray much from which perhaps hyperspace comes. I don't know what hyperspace looks like. I've never seen it.
Don't give Alyssa ideas.
It's too late. Oh God, it's too late. I'm sorry, Mem. Was there anything else you wanted to say?
Oh, just wanted to say that I'm Nerita Galeen. She, her, not a little witch. Thank you.
Awesome. And now that we've given ourselves enough time to stew in the possible in the possible terrors of the future, let us bring them all in full force. Hi, Alyssa.
Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I play everybody else. So with most games on this channel, we'll be using safety tools such as the X card, the N card, and the O card. So if at any point we stumble into territory that crosses a line for anybody, we can type an X into the Zoom chat, make an X symbol, we stop, rewind, add a dash of retcon, and it never happened. If we're kind of towing the line and it's okay to have the subject in the game, but we don't want a graphic description, that's where the N comes into play. You pan to the fake fireplace, fade to black, and move on. And if you're just really getting into the intense role play and you're okay to pour on the drama, you can type an O into the chat, or if you want to check in with other people and make sure you haven't gone a little too far, you can type an O with a question mark, and we'll all respond as needed and go from there. So, previously on Ghosts of Saltmaw, after finally making the jump back to Chiron, the party was able to track a few of the remaining wormwalkers to the mountains, where they discovered the entrance to an underground facility. The door had been wrenched from its hinges as if some enormous creature had broken out from inside. And the antechamber was littered with dirt and rubble, where something, or perhaps a large swarm of somethings, had burrowed up through the floor. A brief search through the scattered remnants of the crates and boxes revealed nothing worth salvaging, though the containers were marked with alien symbols that no one seemed to recognize except Narita, who kept that knowledge to herself. Pressing deeper into the compound, the party made their way down a corridor lit with glowing fungus into a holding area. Most of the cells were empty, but 2 of them held prisoners behind glowing force fields. One was a Sahuagin priestess who lunged at the barrier in a violent rage, while the other held a gaunt and traumatized human in the garb of a Lexay Garrison chaplain, whom Leigh and Cole both recognized as one Remiel Jones. While conversing with the chaplain, Rek'Mara noticed that something was amiss, cast Dispel magic to reveal a writhing mass of psyworms beneath the illusory image of Chaplain Jones. The party attempted to question the psyworm gestalt and learned that it was merely a mouthpiece for some powerful psionic entity created during the Brain Wars, which had later turned on its masters and overpowered them. The creature has been lurking on Chiron ever since, using the parasitic psyworms to bring prey to its lair and feeding on the brains, minds, and knowledge of any who dared set foot on the infested planet. It thanked them for eliminating the aboleth with whom it had been competing for resources, and issued a challenge to come find it and witness its power for themselves. Cole accepted the challenge, and the Gestalt broke rank, slithering into the floor of its cell. And that's where we pick up today.
Wait, so that wasn't really the guy you knew?
No. No, it wasn't.
That's not cool.
Here's the thing. It knew. It knows. It was here.
And it wants us to go further.
It's in them. Maybe it was in them from the beginning.
Perhaps we should take a moment, since it was very heated. Very heated. Let's all, everyone, and I mean everyone, take a big breath. In. Everyone. I don't see you all doing it. In.
Why would I take breathing advice from somebody who breathes water?
Because we're calming down. In. Everyone. Big breath in.
Right. Yeah.
And Narita just shakes her head, turns around, looks outside of the cave, and says, "I'll be back." And then she leaves. I'll be back.
Meanwhile, Dr. Wu raises her hand toward the force field that contains the Sahuagin priestess and traces some symbols in the air, and the priestess falls unconscious. So we don't have to worry about her hurting herself.
Hey, Cole.
Cole is not very responsive right now. Actually, he's kind of at this point sort of staring at the thing. He's sort of actually turned and he's looking over at Leigh just to see if how she's doing in the wake of this.
Yeah, you can see her shoulders are stiff. Her face is pale on the other side of her visor.
You've got to go get this thing.
I know.
Is that possible? Could these things have been controlled by an intelligence?
It's possible. We didn't really stick around long enough to find out.
I know. We gotta get this thing. If we don't get this thing, then I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to forgive myself. I mean, he's not actually rubbing his face because he can't. He's got a suit on. But I'm sorry, Lesness, you were saying something.
I was just gonna say we're gonna get this guy.
Yeah.
Creature thing. Quick question to the station master. We're in 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yes, that's right. There's a thing. I should probably put the thing on the other thing so that we can see the other thing. Here, I'll move us to the screen where the other thing is, and then I'll proceed to put the thing on it.
1 or 2.
Thing being the technical term here.
Yes.
Hey, look, there's a thing. Oh wow, it's way wrong size right now. Let me see if I can make adjustments as necessary. Dee. Yeah. I'll work on fixing that while we're doing this.
So yes, you are currently in section 2.
Okay. And we the other 2 are empty, so we should probably just move on. I call front.
Fritz, as usual, will disappear into the shadows at the back.
Okay.
Narita doesn't want to be anywhere near the front.
But she's tall and makes the target anyway.
Right. Like she will be the obvious target, but she wants to be hiding behind you all like she's not the obvious target.
Okay. So, at the end of the short hallway, another cavernous chamber opens up with exits branching to the left and right, and another tunnel sloping downward on the opposite side of the room. On a raised dais in the center of the room stands a large glass-domed construct filled with a cloudy reddish liquid. Several smaller jars are attached to the construct's circular base, and lengths of tubing spill across the floor around the machine like the tentacles of some eldritch horror. The tentacles terminate in various mechanical forceps and needle-tipped syringes, and floating within the murky liquid of the central vat, you can see bits of tactical armor.
So Narita's in the back, kind of catches a glimpse, and is like, if anyone touches anything before we've all decided on a clear path, I will end you. And she looks right at Lasness.
Fritz
Lasness
reaches
isn't
out
facing
and-
her, but she's staring at Lasness.
Fritz reaches out and pokes a finger in the back of Narita's thigh and says, "I'm touching you. I'm touching you."
One win.
And Narita just like swipes behind her and is just like, not right now.
Fritz ducks, knowing full well that Narita can't hit the broadside of a barn.
Ooh.
Narita isn't Lasness. How dare?
I've gotten some good hits in. I just want to point that out. Especially with an orbital laser.
Still, we could triple your arm count and you would still miss.
Like I keep saying, guys, hand shoes and horse grenades.
And drive-in holovids.
The terrain is okay in this room?
No, it's the floors are still a little bit wet, slippery. Everything is kind of damp and dank.
Okay. I'm going to step into the room, and I'd like to get within about 10 feet of the the broken container in the center.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of want to study it and look at it real close.
Okay. Make a perception check.
It would help if I had my dice out. I'm just going to narrate this as I do this because I literally told myself at least 17 times. I was like, yeah, I'll totally do it. Hey, what's that? Yeah, I'll totally do that. Poke fun at Mem. Yeah, totally do that. Just be distracted. Investigation, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Perception, investigation, either one.
Do I get to use Nomad's perception as my own?
Sure.
Oh, good. His is so much better than mine. It doesn't matter anyway. I got a 12. What were you guys saying about how I have terrible rolls?
That you have terrible rolls.
So true, so true.
So, as you are attempting to study this object, Nomad is attempting to explain some sort of anecdote from ages and ages ago somewhere else that is similar, and there's somewhat of a like alien language barrier or something. The concepts, or it's a sort of a circuitous narrative, so it's a little bit either that Nomad is distracted or Nomad is distracting you. So it's kind of hard to make sense of what all of this stuff is for. But there's a tactical vest or something inside the vat, and there's some other little jars with stuff inside the cloudy liquid, and then they sort of detach from the base. The small jars detach from the base like shuttles debarking from a space station, and they rise into the air. And I'm going to have everyone roll for initiative as
Oh dear.
A number of brains in jars swarm around you.
That's not good.
There's 4 of them.
That's many.
I rolled
Oh,
a
that's
20.
also, wait, I have advantage on the on initiative. I will roll the other die. That is only slightly better. What is my initiative modifier? 14.
Ahem. 6.
11.
7.
Okay. 7. 11. 14. Reckamara, what did you get?
Can you say that number for us again? Out loud?
20.
Okay.
I thought you said 1.
All right. So, one of the brain jars is going to attack Fritz. And the other is going after Leigh. So, where is everybody standing in this room, real quick?
Rekmara's probably standing right behind Lasnus.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry, not standing. Floating.
Narita's like kind of braced in the doorway. Like, bad vibes.
That means Fritz must be just inside the doorway. Would have been bringing up the rear, but if Narita is blocking the doorway, Fritz must have gotten in if Fritz is being attacked, so must be right there by the entrance somehow.
What's the... I see a little cluster of something between the entrance and the main tank. What is that?
There is, it's a little pile of debris and rubble.
I am diving behind it.
Okay.
Lastness walked within 10 feet of
Right.
the...
Lastness is right up close.
Mhm.
All right. So a couple of these things hover and fly out over the party that is standing between the vat and the door, and the first one is going to release a psionic ray aimed at Fritz, who is standing just inside the door. But that's only a 9, so I'm assuming that does not hit. And then the second one, seeing that the first doesn't have the best aim, is going to release a psionic burst. So I would like everyone to make a wisdom saving throw. The number you need is 13 or above.
19.
As a reminder, if you are within 10 feet of me and you must make a saving throw, creature gains bonus to saving throw equal to charisma. I have to be conscious for it. And I got a 15.
Remind me what...
So-
sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, what's the charisma bonus?
My charisma bonus is a +1. But I think it's yours, right?
Wait, so I add my charisma to my wisdom saving throw? Is that how that works?
How does your thing work? Again, I don't think I'm close enough, but
Oh. I think it is to my bonus. I'm gonna just copy and paste its information in the chat.
well, I think Narita got a 7, so oops.
Yeah, if it's a wisdom saving throw, I got an 8. I didn't do
Okay.
very well.
I got a 14 with Lasness's bonus.
Okay. So if you rolled 13 and up, you only take half damage. Those of you who rolled less than 13, you will take 11 points of psychic damage, and those who rolled higher than 13 will only take 5.
Yikes. Okay. This is
For it, I
a
don't
great way
think
to
much.
start.
Just in case you weren't already disturbed enough by the imagery and everything that has already happened in this place, now there's just bad brain stuff happening.
There was already bad brain stuff happening because I'm me. Why would you do this?
Well, now you have an excuse.
Now you all know why the brain stuff is happening as opposed to just not knowing why the brain stuff is happening. I love it. Thank you. You're right.
And Lasness has he's wearing the ring right now as well. Does that affect anything?
Oh, that's right.
For
Lasness
Lasness
is
has the
protected.
I think I'd still have to take the half damage anyway.
forget how these things work.
This basically just can't read my mind. It doesn't seem
Right.
to.
Okay.
It's also very pretty.
Well, that helps. It's a thing to focus on to try to work one's way through the pain.
Nomad keeps talking about Schadenfreude, and I don't know what that means.
It's that thing that Nomad is probably experiencing a lot of right now.
You just you can kind of, you just get a sense. It's just like a silent scream in your brain.
So the constant background noise is slightly louder. Got it.
And that brings us to Rick Morrow's turn.
So Morrow just shakes off the little head scream and raises up one hand, and a phantasmal vision of the obelisk forms in it and shoots out and smacks Cole right in the forehead, granting them a bonus, the evolutionary bonus that he is allowed to grant. And Cole gets +4 to whatever stat they want.
Ooh. I mean, I'm gonna add it to Dex because of course I am, but still.
Yeah, I figured, but thought I would give you the choice.
That's very kind of you, though. That's very good.
Just in case you wanted to protect your brain.
I mean, I thought about it. I thought about protecting my brain.
But why?
But why? That actually would make sense, wouldn't it?
Or we can just do more offense and take everything down much faster that way.
That's true.
And for that was his free action. His next action, Rekmarat is going to cast a spell. Because of course he is. He is going to cast... Wait, do we have a ceiling? Is there a ceiling in this cave?
There is a ceiling.
God damn it. Okay. The next thing that Rekmara is going to do is he's going to grab the back of Lasnus's head and cast Polybrachia, which will cause them to grow 2 extra arms.
I like this one.
Hey, at least you have extra weapons now, Lasnus.
I do.
And you hear Fritz say, "Oh no, not again."
Oh, yes.
And that's going to end Rekmara's turn.
Okay.
Even the way he casts spells is insulting.
All right. So that's going to bring us to Leigh's turn next. And she is going to... She is going to fire 3 shots with her swarm pistols. The first one is a crit. And the second one hits as well. And so does the third one. She takes a good chunk out of the first brain in a jar. And Cole, you're up next.
I just needed Mem. Thank you very much for these alerts that are now going up. I very much appreciate it. Mem's just gifted a crazy number of subs to people, so thank you all. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. That's very kind of you. That's awesome. Dear God, thank you. That's a lot. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, I was bowled over by the incredible generosity. Let's see. Where am I? Oh yes, right. I'm behind a cluster of things.
Yeah.
And preparing to fire at something. How many somethings do we have floating around still? 4?
There's still 4 of them. One of them is just badly damaged.
I'm going to shoot at that one.
Okay.
All right. So I shall quickly draw. I shall quickly draw Vantha and the thing. Wait a minute. Now, let me just check something real quick because I made an adjustment and I need to see if something different happened. Yes. Okay. I'm just looking at my... Holy crap. It's still happening! Oh god! Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Thank you.
But I'm going to roll a die now, and hopefully
Okay.
that will help me understand the nature of the universe. So that is a 14.
14 hits.
Excellent. I'm going to assume it's not within the one thing, so I'm just going to do
It is
damage to it. So that's my first shot. Oh, great. 2 damage, so that's It's a tiny amount of plinking, and then I'm going to take my second shot. That's better. That's a 25.
Okay. 25 more than surpasses your threshold.
Excellent.
The armor class is 12.
Excellent. And if this does not do away with it, I may throw a thing in, but we'll see.
He throws a gun at it.
Yeah.
These are only about the size of a human head.
I mean, that's fair. Well, I mean, they have to come from some... Oh, my God. Cole's not thinking about that right now. So I got 12 damage. And then there's a thing I could use a risk die on, not to increase the damage, but to affect its operation if it is still wobbling about afterward.
Okay. All right. The damaged brain in the jar only had 13 hit points left.
Ooh.
So that one's down. Now what?
Just sort of duck back and start aiming around for the next one, basically.
Okay. All right. Next, we have another brain in the jar. And it is going to... It is going to aim for Cole.
Thank you.
And it misses because you have partial cover.
Yay.
So Fritz is up next.
So there are still 3 brains floating around?
3 brains.
How are they dispersed currently?
One of them is still right up next to the giant processing collector vat, and one is a little bit closer to you, and then one is somewhere in the middle shooting at Cole.
Are those last 2 within 10 feet of each other?
I would say yes.
Okay. I'm going to fire up the conduit gauntlets and shoot at the first one near me.
Okay.
Get the blank page so I know what I'm doing. All right. I've got 2 attacks, so first attack will be just straight on this one. A 17 plus 3 is a 20.
That's a hit.
Lightning damage, so 8 points. And then charge point being used for burst damage, since there is another one within 10 feet.
Okay.
That one makes a dex saving throw against a 14, which is my masterwork save.
Okay.
Or else it takes half that lightning damage.
It fails, so it will take full damage.
Okay, so it takes 8.
All right.
And that worked really well, so we're going to try the same thing again.
Okay.
Hit the same one.
All right.
Oh, not quite as good a hit. 14 to hit.
14 still hits.
Okay. Same trick. Use another charge point. 6 points this time. And that second one has to hit a save against a 14.
This time it rolls a total of 20, so it will take 3 points. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
All I can do.
Lasness.
I flex my new arms, which in my imagination are like those SpongeBob Beefy style. Thank you. And to those, I give my rocket hammer. And with my other hand, I have Nomad help me call upon the hard light gun, the hard light blaster.
Okay.
It is 7th level. It has 10 charges. And the pendant now has 49 charges, I think, because summoning is one of them. Because I'm going to use it to shoot first.
Okay.
Just like Holo San. Always shot from the hip first.
Which one are you shooting at?
I'm going to shoot the one that is closest to Cole.
Okay.
All right. So I'm not exactly sure. Is this as a spell with this gun, or did I miss it in the weaponry? Should I be looking there at the blaster?
Let's see. Let me pull up the Gamma Pendant.
Do you want the specific page? I'm sorry.
I've got the Gamma Pendant. Did you say it was a spell or not?
I can expend some of its charges to cast following spells, and it's called Hard Light Blaster.
Okay.
So I assumed it was a type of gun.
That will be in the spell section of the PDF.
Okay.
Description.
There we go. Okay, Hard Light Blaster. Sorry, the only thing I've used this thing for is to go above and beyond, but I had a feeling I might collapse everything that we're in if I use the orbital cannon.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
All right. So you wave your hand and conjure a sophisticated arcane weapon constructed of brilliant compressed light, which hovers in the air in an unoccupied space within 10 feet of you. The weapon fires a crackling beam of energy at a target you choose within 60 feet of it, making a ranged spell attack using your spell attack bonus. The weapon is the point of origin for the attack, therefore the attack can target a creature that isn't within your line of sight as long as it's within the weapon's line of sight. On a hit, the target takes 3d6 force damage. After this attack, the weapon dissipates.
Thank you. And since it's at the 7th level, that means if it hits, it will hit with a 10d6, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you need to know my spell DC.
No. You make a ranged attack roll.
Oh, sorry.
And you need a 12 or higher.
Okay. I got a 13.
Okay. 13 hits. I roll an obscene amount of damage.
10d6. It wasn't a very good roll. Only a 38.
Oh, 38 is 38 is enough to kill the thing if it had all of its hit points, which it does not.
May
Yes,
I describe what happens?
you certainly may.
Oh, thank you. With a flourish and a twirl, Lastness spins in a spiral with her rocket hammer zooming over her head and giving her extra spin. The hard light gun appears before her, and with feathers unfurling around her body in a magnificent set of wings, she grasps the gun in two hands and says, "Laser blaster!" And boom, rockets the shot.
All right. Cole, the brain in the jar explodes. It's not like in melee range with you because it was shooting ranged attack at you, but it is between you and Lesness, and it explodes, showering bits of glass and gray matter and unpleasant liquid across the floor of the room. And that brings us to Narita's turn.
Narita doesn't have anything like that ready. So Narita's like still in the doorway. But there's one remaining thing. Where is it?
It is there's still two left. There's
Two,
one
okay.
that is closer to the big vat in the middle of the room, and there's one that's a little bit closer towards you and Fritz near the doorway.
We are going to hit the one that's closest to me and Fritz, of course. We're gonna cast up some delicious void wind. So
Okay.
hopefully everyone else isn't too close to it, but you might be.
Get your squeegees ready, everyone. We're going to have to clean our shields when this is all done.
Is there so do these attacks when you just do them blanket for the area, do they actually have to hit everybody near it?
It depends on where you place the spell and how exactly it works.
Is there a way I can angle it so it doesn't hit anybody else? It's within a 30-foot range of it though, so it's really close to everybody.
Yeah, especially if you're going for the one that's right next to you. So you have either one that's near you or near Lasness, so you're probably gonna hit somebody.
All right, never mind. Okay, we'll just leave.
Unless you are going for the one by Lasness and you put your spell across the room so you catch it from the backside. Because the room is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, it's about 60 feet across. So if you put it on the opposite side of the vat if you put it against the far wall, basically, it'll catch the one in front of Lasness, but it'll just miss her.
I'm gonna change that. We're gonna do Hellish Rebuke instead, so I don't hit anybody.
Hellish Rebuke happens when you take damage. It's a reaction.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Oh, dang it! You're so smart. You're so smart. Damn it! I mean, darn it. Lightning bolt if nobody is in a direct line between me and the thing closest to me.
Yeah, you could do that.
Perfect. Great. Okay, we're good. Everyone's safe. You're welcome. All right.
And you don't have to worry about Fritz. Fritz won't take lightning damage.
You could also use, if you have like Witch Bolt, you could do that too. If you want, unless you want like the big lightning bolt.
She does not have Witch Bolt, so lightning bolt it is. We're
All
taking
right.
8d6 of damage.
Okay, so I need to make a dex save. What is your spell save DC?
Spell DC is 14.
Okay. I roll a 13, so it just fails.
Excellent. Perfect.
So all
Love
that
it.
damage.
All right, here's your damage. So that's 6, 10, 20, 27.
27. You channel electricity into this bizarre techno-organic construct, and you see the sparks going throughout its mechanisms, and it kind of sinks a little towards the floor, but it is still just barely functional.
Couldn't even die. All right, fine.
And that is the one more brain in a jar gets to take a turn. And that is the one next to Lasness. Lasness and Cole, will you please make a wisdom save? As you sense that those silent screams of a tortured psyche.
I got a 17.
This doesn't seem to be. No, this is not good. No, I got a 7, which is not a very good number.
Okay. Cole, you will take 15 points of psychic damage, and Lasness, you will only take 12. Sorry, not 12, 6.
Okay. How dare you make my own thoughts hurt?
And back to the top with another. It's the very badly damaged brain in a jar near Fritz and Narita. Narita, it's going to attempt to use its psionic ray on you, but that's only a 9, so it's gonna miss. It's like really like kind of flopping near the ground. It's trying to cast the last of its rage and anguish at you, but you're just unfazed. Rekmara.
Without looking, he's just going to point behind him at the general direction of the crippled brain jar and fire his favorite spell, the Hadouken, the Sacred Flame, and see if he can finish it off.
It's a dex save.
Yes.
That's an 8.
Yeah, unfortunately, my DC is
above that. It is not able to dodge very well at this point. It's barely alive.
Pretty good. So at my level, it's 3d8 damage. So 8, 15, 20 points of damage.
That is more than enough to finish it off. What does your sacred flame look like now that you've turned away from the sun?
It's a dark purplish flame. When it strikes the brain jar, the shape of an obelisk forms from it, and then it combusts. And all you've got left is a fiery brain jar,
Nice.
burning wreckage.
All right. And then Leigh will take another shot, or 3. One misses. 2 misses. But the third one hits.
Better than Lasna's averages.
It's funny because it's true.
So she deals 5 points of radiant damage to the last remaining brain in the jar. And Cole, you're up next.
Okay. Just struggling through the pain. Just coming up over the wall of debris to try to aim at the one that's left. And I finally figured out what I was doing wrong in computing my my attack bonuses. So this might have a slightly different result. We'll see what happens. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. That was almost an excellent number. But instead it's just a 16.
See what happens when you dare the hope?
I know, right?
I mean, 16 is a hit.
Excellent. Okay, so that's gonna be the first shot. That's going to be 10.
Okay.
And now we shall take our second shot if it is still
It's
writhing about.
Still hovering, just barely.
Okay, that's weird. That's another 16.
Okay.
And that is another 10 damage.
Okay.
These dice are
That
locked
will-
into specific numbers.
That will eliminate it.
So just like get off the final shot and like collapse down onto the debris for a moment.
Lastness is, does that take us out of combat?
That does take you out of combat.
Okay. Lastness wants to extend her hand to Cole, and she's enveloped in a light with her wings again in the room, fluttering. She's using her lay on hands to offer him not only a hand to stand with, but a hand to be healed with. And that would give him 10 hit points back.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you. That will help.
Granted, while you were kneeling, you were probably just about as tall as Lastness, but still, it's
probably.
good.
And just as he is standing up, a beam of light just shoots out of Rekmara's sunstaff and blasts through Cole's forehead, just like where the stone hit. And that he's casting Cure Wounds, and that will heal for my ability modifier again. And that will do 6, 10 plus 15 points of healing.
Ooh, awesome. I'm like nearly at full there. That's cool. Okay.
I would then like to give myself a high five for another 10 points of healing for myself, please.
Do you use your ghost arms to do it?
Yes, they all high five each other. Okay.
So I think I do that thing where I just suddenly jolt up, kind of like when you've just had a shot of caffeine or something like that. Like, whoa, okay. Or you've just had the hangover cure, basically. That's more like it's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. That was okay. Thank you. Wow. Okay.
Don't worry, we're gonna get them.
I don't even want to think about. I'm just sort of looking around at the remains a little bit. Do these look like these were human brains?
Thank you. I love you.
I'll make a medicine check.
I have very excellent. I have a very excellent +1 on my medicine check. Oh, now it rolls high. 19.
They definitely appear to be humanoid brains.
Oh no. I had a brief moment of not being angry, and now I'm angry again.
Rekmara is just peering over a couple of the brains as well, and she says, "Huh. I wonder if he once knew these people."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, while they're looking at the brains, Fritz is going to check out what remains of the remains in the big tank.
Okay. Are you gonna just look at it, or would you like to reach in through the broken dome and
Well, obviously taking a look first and then seeing if there are any inorganic pieces that might be worth checking out first. I'm not going to reach into brain goo or anything.
does appear to be a tactical vest inside that is intact still. There are some bits of mostly disintegrated organic matter inside the remaining liquid, but the vest is intact.
I could probably reach in with my mace and move the vest in such a way to see if there's a name patch or other identifying information on the front.
Okay. You do. You kind of hook the shoulder strap, and you do see an insignia on the front of it, and it matches the one that Leigh wears on her armor. So this belonged to someone from the Lickshay garrison.
Yeah. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but I'm going to leave it propped up in the tank in such a way that it's obvious that that insignia is pointing so that they can see it. But I'm not going to say anything more about it. And leave that.
Leigh puts a hand on your shoulder, Cole. Just kind of gives a squeeze.
think Cole says anything. Cole's just So, I think actually it's going to, assuming the environment works to allow this, it's probably going to burn the remains if no one stops him.
Actually, Fritz might stop them and say, we might need to wait until we're sure we're done here before we do that. We'll need an accelerant. I don't think this is going to burn easily.
We'll give them a proper send-off, Cole. I promise.
Fritz, you can make a tech check if you want to determine what the liquid in the vat was.
Happy to do so. What? If my dice will stay on the table. Modified 24.
Okay. It is some kind of acid.
Yep. Definitely don't want to go burning that. We don't want to be breathing acid fumes.
He just nods once sharply and stops what he's doing and moves to finish looking
We'll
around
come
the
back.
chamber.
Yep.
So, now that you have finished your examinations and you're currently out of combat, I think we should go ahead and take a quick break. And we'll proceed when we come back.
Excellent. Awesome. All right, folks, we're going to go on break for a little bit. Whilst I continue to recover from the awesome generosity that's been happening today. And, we will see you shortly. we're back, and I think we were in a room where we were gathering up brains in jars, and we are not going to set them on fire right now. We're going to perhaps set them on fire later. But what are we doing? What's happening?
Okay. You are in the room with the collector vat. And you have just defeated 4 brains in jars. And now there is a hallway to your left and another hallway to your right, and one kind of basically down to this sort of southwest side. So, how do you wish to proceed?
Well, in Star Scouts, we always talked about checking the high ground before everything else. You never know when someone might try to attack you and chop off 3 of 4 out of your limbs on a volcano.
Okay. So the southwest exit on the far side of the room appears to be going downward, deeper underground. The one to the left has a bit of a sort of almost like a bridge kind of into a slightly higher level. But it's up to you.
So,
I mean, Lasnus is the dwarf. She's the one who knows from higher and lower inside caves, right?
All right. So basically, let's do 5 then.
Okay.
I guess.
The archway to the left opens into a long, narrow room that stretches from north to south, parallel to the room you just came from. Its far wall is lined with glass vats in varying shapes and sizes, not as big as the one in the middle of the previous room. These are all like people-sized. And they are filled with liquid and displaying the preserved remains of humanoid creatures, some familiar, some alien, all with a neat little hole in the middle of their forehead, in their skull.
about like that.
About the diameter of a brain worm.
Bigger than a brainworm. Brainworms are very small.
But big enough for a decent number of brain worms to go in and out, say.
Perhaps.
Or for
Or a
extraction
cave.
tools to be
Something.
used.
Oh, yes. More like that. Also set into smaller niches in the wall on either side of this gruesome display are a number of smaller specimen jars and various items. And above, like the row of pods, there is the skull of a Roth. Just hung like a trophy.
We don't like that.
That's not good. I'm going and looking. I'm starting to get a little closer, looking at the people in the tanks, just to try to, not morbidly, mind you, but just more to sort of more of sort of in a identification type way to sort of like see, are these any of these people I know, or are they? I mean, I'm presuming they're from the garrison, but at the same time, you know, it's just a question of like.
Make a perception or investigation. It's up to you.
I shall make a perception.
How close do you want to look?
I shall roll investigation.
Okay.
And I got a 13.
Okay. You see a couple of elves. You don't recognize them. There's a shorter one that has a dwarf. And you do see among the remains one Ramiel Jones.
Yeah.
But those remains have been here for a long time, right? Like, is there something like identifying about them?
They have some like symbols on the vats, but again, they're in the language that no one knows no one has seen except Narita and creepy visions from the last time that you were here.
Frank's just going to use the data pad and just take pictures of all of the different alien types and individuals and upload them to Unum for future reference, cross-reference.
Okay.
It looks
including the frog skull too.
Does it look like the? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Does it look like the tanks are just basically? There's sort of a preservation looking fluid type deal thing for the.
Yeah.
Things? Yeah. Oh. So they got Jones, and so this must be how they did it. They get the brain and then they use it to do whatever the hell they're doing. What? Does it look like these tanks were made specifically for this purpose?
It seems to be a reasonable assumption. Yeah.
I'm starting to get curious about roughly how old does the equipment look?
It's definitely like it's hard to say because it's not anything that you have seen up close. It does seem to have been there for quite a while. Probably before the garrison tried to set up their outpost.
I think that to a certain extent, Cole is starting to snap a little bit out of it. He's still being driven mostly by anger right now, but he's going to. You hit a certain saturation point when you see just the bodies there floating in with the the cranial openings. As
you are kind of examining the area, you do see kind of a little glint off of like a little box in one of the little cubbies. And there's a pair of pearl earrings among various other knickknacks and items and weird collection of stuff.
Okay, interesting. And if I'm the one who sees it, I'm just gonna sort of gesture. I'm gonna let somebody else pick it up if they want to, but it's just more focused on other stuff right now. Also point it out so they know where it is. But otherwise, he's actually gonna be He's trying to like having this thought where he's going to start taking photos with his, the portable PDA thingy, the portable hollow PDA. He's going to take some pictures of the text on these things, and he's going to sort of send that to Unum and see if they get a hit on the languages, on what language that might be.
Okay. So Narita like runs up, grabs the earrings, and then scurries off back to the entrance for a bit. And Narita and I will be right back.
Okay.
I think she wants them.
All right. So we'll let Narita figure out what the earrings are in a minute. Unum replies that Unum tells you the symbols appear to be in a language called Qualith.
Qualith, you say? How is that spelled?
Yes. Qualith.
If you know how to read it or speak it, you're a quality. I will be here all week. That wasn't a joke. That was a promise.
This isn't a joke. This is a threat. Oh. You need to sort of talk to him. Any record of the sort of the planets on which this language is spoken?
Records I found mentioning its use date back to the time of the Brain Wars.
Sorry,
Is
did
the
you say
language the Brain Wars? Yes.
What was the...
It is the language of the Illithid.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, shnikes.
This is bad?
Do you not know what Illithids are?
No, I'm just still not sure about the Brain Wars. Who won?
Obviously not your people.
Unum, can you tell us a little bit about the Brain Wars?
It was a conflict between the Illithid and the Roth.
No one's winners there.
About how long ago did it happen?
Hundreds of years ago.
Is Wu still with us?
Yes, she is.
I'm just going to sort of turn when Unum sort of says that, and we're going to sort of look at Dr. Wu and just sort of like, I mean, this is kind of reaching here, but do you think there's some kind of connection?
I wouldn't be surprised. At this point, I'm not sure if anything would surprise me.
Was this an area that was contested over, I guess, to be best said, in some way during the Brain Wars?
There's not a whole lot of record of it because it was kind of before the Lickshay garrison had set up shop in this area. But Fritz had found some mention about Chiron and the Brain Wars. So there is a connection.
Okay.
Not a lot of detail available to you, but yeah.
Okay.
Science point two, yes.
maybe this planet was really looked for. I mean, especially with the power that we thwarted the last time we were here. This planet may have been part of some larger design. I mean, like, it's kind of weird, or maybe it's not weird, right? Like, I think I'm getting it. And no, I lost it. Never mind. What were we talking about?
So close.
That was her 2 minutes and 37 seconds of lucidity for the day.
The problem with trains of thought, they only come through every once in a while, right?
They're so easily derailed. Hey, what are we talking?
Yeah.
About and I'm not expecting there to be a correlation here necessarily, but I'm going to just double check here. About how long ago do we think that I know it can't be, but just so that I'll remember. How long ago did where did we find the Roth that we have currently in the cargo bay?
You found the Roth way out on a ship that was stranded on the galactic frontier.
Okay. All right. And
But remember, they've been
Outside
jumping all
Edward.
over the place too, so they could have been anywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not sure where or when Max picked up the Roth because Max was not exactly lucid at the time, having
Yeah.
been infected with the N virus and the voyage sabotaged. So,
And that was the Emperor of the Way? Is that
yes.
right? Okay.
Mm.
And about how long ago was the Emperor of the Way from? Do we remember?
I
I know it's not that long ago, but it was
I think it was like 3 years.
3 years ago.
Mhm.
It had been missing at least.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, the thing is that we need to keep going, but if it comes down to it and we absolutely have to get more information about, well, this conflict, he says, gesturing up to the Roth skull.
Mhm.
I mean, there is someone we could try asking, but we don't know if they'd actually know anything, and it'd probably be not necessarily worth the risk of asking them yet. But maybe. I don't know. What do you folks think?
I think Dr. Wu probably has our first line information before anything else, so.
My rule is to follow the talls, so.
So, you can either head back the way you came, or there is at the south end of this room another doorway leading elsewhere.
What does the Star Scout manual say about leaving rooms unchecked?
Never leave a room unchecked, double back and fill out your map. And we didn't assign map buddies. So I think it needs to be Cole and Leigh. They got to be map buddies.
What are you even talking about?
When you're filling out maps, you have to have a map buddy, to correct your map and make sure it's right.
Just sort of quickly sort of press a few buttons to see if my mapping tool has been working.
Sure, you can use a mapping
This little
tool.
3D image. I mean, it's right here. It's good. And actually, he will for a second. Actually, just sort of he will take just a second. He will slightly smile. He will look over at Leigh. He will say, "Do you want to be map buddies?"
Sure.
All right. We gotta make sure. We gotta make sure we pay close attention to where everything is. We'll send it away.
But the long answer is, I would like to go to room 4.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll lead the way through it.
Narita catches up.
Okay. Narita, those earrings that you picked up, they have a magical aura about them, which you would recognize, being a spellcaster yourself.
You're on mute.
I thought I muted, sorry. What do I recognize them as?
These earrings have been enchanted with a spell that will give you advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Ooh, well, we need that because we're not so full of wisdom. Perfect.
And most importantly, does it go with the ensemble?
Pearls match every ensemble.
I agree.
Mermaid, pearls.
Yes! What was I thinking?
What were you thinking?
So yes. Heading back to area number 4.
Yes.
The passage opens into a room with a narrow walkway that spans a large pool. Encircling the pool are several sets of stone steps which descend into the pale, viscous liquid. The air in the room has a strange, acidic tang. And yeah.
Does Narita kind of understand this tang in the air because it's like carried in the humidity, or is it like, I don't know, something gross otherwise that she doesn't get?
The liquid in the pool is definitely not water. It is some sort of acidic compound.
Does Fritz recognize it as much more like the acidic compound that was in the big tank in the middle?
It is similar, but not exactly the same.
Is the similar nature like that it dissolves stuff much faster? Perception?
Sure.
Perception?
You can roll for perception.
Perhaps I should have said a different word because my perception is not great. Okay.
Investigation.
Investigation is excellent. Perfect. Love it. Ooh. 23.
Okay. You crouch down near the edge of this walkway and try to get a good look at this liquid, and a hand reaches up and grabs a hold of your wrist, followed by a face that pops up from underneath the water.
Great. Can it be that Narita is so strong and so frightened by this that she also like grabs hold of its like the same wrist that's grabbing her, she grabs hold of its wrist and then pulls the whole thing out?
Why don't you roll strength for me?
Oh baby, she's strong.
Because if there's anything that witches are known for, it's hand-to-hand combat.
Their arm wrestling abilities.
This witch in particular is a nautilid and extremely strong compared to the other races. Get it right. Get it right. 17.
21.
Well,
House wins.
never mind. This thing is way stronger than Narita is, and she is trapped and freaking the heck out because this has not happened to her in quite some time. Except for the tree, which somebody triggered. Somebody.
Back to the tree.
So, we are going to roll for initiative as
What? It's not a friendly grab? No.
as this figure rises partway from the water and, the not water, the acidic bath, pushing Narita backwards toward the rest of the party and hovering above the surface. It is a humanoid figure with long, dark hair, kind of streaked with gray along the sides. The skin is like a deep purple, but the facial features resemble Remy Jones.
Oh, God.
17. I'm about to slaughter Remy. Slaughter Remy. Let's go.
So, that's a 26.
Excuse me. I will not be slaughtering Remy. Apparently, Cole will.
Okay. Cole's got a 26. You, Narito, you said 17?
What do I add to that? Do I add something to that?
Dexterity, if you have it.
17 then. All right, great.
Okay. 17. Lastness, what you got?
I got 14.
14. Fritz.
3.
3. Okay. Rekmara.
8.
8. Okay, Cole. You're up first.
I'm going to do something foolish.
In this group,
In
foolish?
this group, foolish? What the hell? This thing is, did it look like it was grabbing instinctually, or does it seem to be grabbing with purpose? Or can we not
Hard
tell?
to say.
Yeah, okay.
Because you're reacting instinctively as it appears
Yeah.
and
Okay.
reaches for her. You're going to be able to move before it does.
Because the foolish thing I'm thinking of doing is I'm basically Very just quick drawing Vantha, and this is pointing at this creature that has the face of Chaplain Jones, and just basically going to sort of stare down at it and say, looking a little worse for wear there, Padre. Back off if you know what's good for you. And I'm actually going to try to intimidate it.
Okay. Roll intimidation.
I'm not
If you're not proficient with intimidation, just give me a flat charisma.
That's it. Give it out, have it. I am in fact proficient in intimidation, but we'll see if it's good for anything. Not today. It's not. So it comes out to a total of 6. Because the number on the die is a 1. You see, so that's not very good at all.
So today you do have plasma.
You think I'm afraid of your guns?
Sort of shrugs. No, but it was worth a try. And I assume that took up my turn, so I don't think I can.
Yeah. And now it's his turn. And he is going to you see a sort of look of concentration, the eyes sort of unfocus, and I would like everyone to make an intelligence saving throw.
Sorry, Lasness.
I think I'm near. I would assume I'm near Mem.
You take a blast of psychic energy.
I have a 16. Mem
Okay.
has a 12, maybe a 13. I'm not sure if she added my 1.
The number you're looking for is 18.
23.
20.
8.
I didn't make it.
Can I assume evasion does some good here?
It is not.
Okay, just checking.
You just came through a narrow corridor. It's
That's
looking
fair.
right at you.
It's right there.
Anybody roll higher than an 18?
Yeah,
I rolled a 20.
Okay.
and at 23.
Okay.
I fell short.
Those of you who failed your roll, you will take 56 points of psychic damage,
Oh,
and
holy
you will
crap.
be stunned for 1 minute. Those of you who rolled 18 or higher, you will only take 28 points of psychic damage.
Oh, no.
Actually, no. Those of you who succeeded, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And you
You're
said
fine.
58? Okay.
56 if you failed. Nothing happens to you if you're fine. You resist.
Okay. Okay.
Rita does get advantage on that roll because it is against mental influence.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this an aberration, monstrosity, or ooze?
That is an excellent question.
If it is, I get advantage.
I would say, yes. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Good. Let's roll another die and see if that's better. Holy crap. No, it's no better. Never mind.
No?
No. Worth a shot, though.
Oh. Never mind.
Yes, it is an aberration, for the record.
And out of curiosity, not because I'm going to roll again, but was that a magic effect?
No, it was not a spell.
Okay. Just checking. I forgot about how many times I have advantage on rolls against magic, so.
Okay. So, Narita would be next, but we're holding her turn. So, Lasness, that's you.
Okay. Lasness drops to one knee, grabbing her head in agony. And then really quickly, do I still have both sets of arms or just one?
How long does polybrachia last?
Oh, good question. 10 minutes.
So, we'll say yes. It probably didn't take you that long to go through the trophy room.
Okay. So she's going to like duck for a second, holding her head, and she's going to look up like an angry honey badger, and she's going to say, "That was really the wrong move." And she's going to use the rocket hammer and smash it down on the thing's arm.
Okay.
I nattied.
All right.
So this is rocket hammer. It also gets okay, 1d plus 10, so it's twice damage. 10. 4. 14 plus. Okay, I did 14 points of damage.
Okay.
Also, because I'm level 5, I can take an extra attack, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go for it with my rocket hammer again.
Okay.
I got 17.
Where's my tab? 17 is a miss.
Okay. Just a little too off to the side, and the aboleth manages to parry my attack. I'm going to stay where I am, though.
Okay.
The extra attack makes up for my the second movement, right? I can't do a quick action. That's the words.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
just
correct.
double- Thanks.
All right. So next is going to be Rekmara.
So, how hurt is everybody right now?
Terribly.
I figured. I'm just trying to decide,
Yeah.
like, whether or not I need to cast 1 or 2 healing spells in succession.
I have 13 hit points left.
Oh, you're fucked.
I'm down
I'm
to
sorry.
7.
If
Oh,
we're
okay.
not to say numbers, then I have 26 hit points left.
Okay. How's Narita doing? Is she hurt pretty bad too?
She's probably hurt pretty badly, yeah.
Okay. So, see Rekmara just float upward and away a little bit until he's perched, balanced on one of the walkway's arms. And he's going to make a motion where he reaches as if he was reaching into the ground and pulling something up. And he is going to cast Healing Spirit at level 5, centered around the cluster of the party, so that they all get 46 hit points of damage healed back, which they can roll for themselves.
4d6.
And the healing spirit takes the form of a purple dryad shaking maracas.
I get a little back.
I got 10.
The purple pseudo priest says, "I feel like I'm being mocked."
And for his next effect, Rekmara disappears as a big, huge obelisk forms around him and encloses him in. It spins around, and then a laser shoots out the top and beams directly into everybody. And I will roll this one. It's going to heal them for 3d8 hit points of damage, plus his wisdom bonus, which means that's at least a 7, 8. Oh, that's pretty good. So that's 14, 22, and then another 5. 27 hit points of damage. Healed.
I just inverted my numbers.
Yay!
That was very nice.
That's much better. Thank you.
All right. Next is Dr. Wu's turn. And she will cast a guiding bolt on the pseudo priest. So that's 18. That will hit. So he takes 14 points of radiant damage and is lit up with a glowing blue, almost electrical kind of aura, kind of sparking energy. So the next attack roll made against him will have advantage. Thanks to the doctor, the dragon doctor. And yeah, that's her turn. Next is actually Leigh. But as Dr. Wu's attack hits and that radiant energy surges through the form of the creature, you see the whatever magic it was using to hold that shape, that humanoid shape, dissipates, and its form begins to shift, and it transforms. The polymorph is broken, and it transforms into a huge dragon with smooth purple skin instead of scales and tentacles coming from around its mouth.
I believe that does fall under the definition of an aberration.
Yes, yes, it does.
Should have brought the orbital cannon.
And this is usually around the time where we would end our session. So,
Well, at least let Mem get her moving. And
yes, okay.
Yeah,
Narita,
yeah.
you can take your turn. The priest that tried to grab you from the water has transformed from a humanoid shape into a huge dragon with tentacles.
Excellent, perfect, great. We're gonna just roll out the lightning bolt.
Okay.
Does he wait? Yeah. Does he take lightning?
You don't know. All you know is he is hovering over this acid pool.
Okay, great. We're just gonna go for it then. All right, acid pool, don't let me down. All right, so that is. You know what? We're gonna overpower it. We're gonna do 9d6 of damage. The dexterity save being 14.
Okay. That is a 18 dex save for him.
18, so he's only gonna take half. That's rude. All right, let's see. Hang on. Boop. $14 damage then for half. It was 28.
Okay. All right. All right. So, Narita instinctively fires a bolt of lightning as the creature transforms. And it does take the damage. But we are out of time. Unless you all want to go over.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing another round at least.
Okay, quick one. Yeah, I mean, I'm good with going a little bit over since we got a late start, so I'm good with that.
Right.
How do we feel about that?
Nobody has a hard stop.
Personally, like I have a hard stop.
Oh, you have a hard stop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we can just save my round to start the next round. Like I'll be here, but I won't be here.
As long as we know where we're starting, we always end on a cliffhanger. Starting in the middle of a combat is no more of a cliffhanger. So
Exactly. So
I think
keep going. Everyone do a round, and then just have me finish out the round. But I won't finish it until the next time.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. I'll still be here, but not really here. I'm gonna actually like close out my camera and everything, but I'll be listening.
All right. Why don't we go ahead and call it here, since the transformation seems like a good kind of cliffhanger. I've got everything written down. I know where its HP are at. I've got everybody's initiative order will stay stuck to my monitor. So we'll
Next week, I will be on time and ready. Like, so ready. We can go even a little past our time, right? I am going to be so in the moment.
And it'll be 2 weeks because next week is Easter, so we're taking
Oh, shoot,
the
we're
day
not
off.
here next week. Crap. I will be so in the moment on the 11th.
No worries, no worries.
I'm so
All
sorry.
right.
Well, in the setting of that, let's just finish out the next round. Let's do it.
It would probably be best if we end now. I think that's a good point that Alyssa
This
brought
is going to
out.
be a long combat.
We kind of,
Okay.
I feel as though
Freaking dragon.
there is a mighty road ahead, as we now have a yes. Let's wait until after Easter to die.
Yep.
So it'll be more likely. I think that'll be fine.
I mean, we could die before Easter, and then
Just
come back
appropriately.
to life
Get
after.
resurrected.
That's
You know,
how one
just-
celebrates Easter, right?
That's just sacrilege. We'll just ride the resurrection wave, and come back, and then
Free res for everyone.
When resurrection, yes, that's true. When resurrection begins trending, that's when we get it.
Oh no.
That's when everyone gets it. That's how that works, right? Awesome. All right, well then I think we're going to go ahead and start our goodbyes then, as we're getting this together. Yeah, my God. So we have we have quite a road ahead of us. This is really cool. This is really I so enjoy this arc that Alyssa has lovingly crafted for us, and I am excited to get back to it, which we will do so in a couple weeks. But let us go ahead and do our outros. feel free to tell folks where they can find you. Feel free to plug whatever you like, and any final thoughts about this session, and favorite moments or what have you. And we shall start, as always, with our station master, Alyssa.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and thank you, all of you, for playing. This was wonderful. I'm so happy that we are finally here, and I got to reveal the big bad. And I look forward to seeing how things go when we come back. I've just been waiting for this moment.
For so long.
And it finally happened.
Oh wow, yeah, it's me, because I was expecting it to be like further down, but no, here it is, and it's terrifying.
Oh, good! I can now empty my entire spell arsenal. I was trying to hold back, and I was like really upset that I had to cast 2 healing spells at level 5 in a row. But I don't feel so bad anymore.
Yeah, no.
Just seeing everybody's faces when the mind blast happened, and realizing that you might be dealing with something bigger than it seemed.
If this ain't it, we're in trouble.
Yeah, it was worth the wait.
I assume.
So yes, you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Origami Shuriken. I don't really have a regular streaming schedule. It's been a time, but I'm here on Sundays when we can make it happen. So this is currently all I have going on at the moment, but yeah, keep an eye on my social media and see if anything else pops up. Yeah.
Yay. Awesome. Okay, so let us now head over to Mem.
Hello, I'm Mem. I'm sorry, I'm a mess. And this is basically all I have going on right now. Periodically, I'll pop in a charity stream, but for the most part, you'll just catch me here. If we take a break, then I'll be on a break, and I'll be back, because this is my time to hang out with these fabulous human beings, and I love all of you. I'm very sorry that I was a hot mess today, but to be fair, part of it wasn't my fault. Part of it. Love you guys. You people. Just saying you people sound terrible. It does, but I'm going to say it. I love you people.
I mean, life does the life things, and then it's just thank you again for the incredible influx of generosity that you provided, Mem, earlier in the stream. That still has bowled me over. That was awesome. Thank you so much. But let's go ahead and head over to May.
Hi, everybody. My name is May. I have a lot of fun tonight. I exist on Twitter, but not really. I mostly exist here. So if you want to check it out, come back in a fortnight. You can play Fortnite in between if you really want to. I don't tell people how to play games. Special shout out to everyone tonight. I had so much fun. The only thing that I can think of, though, was the excellent rejoinder to my math buddy's ridiculousness. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Awesome. And over to Cazimi.
Hey all, Cazimi. I'm here on Sundays with this gang, just like everybody else who's here on Sundays with this gang. And like many of them, I'm not other places, so I seem to be in the good crowd right now. As much as I loved Lasnus's shenanigans and transformations and spinning and map buddies and everything else like this, I think I especially loved Narita getting into trouble by leaning over to check out the pool and being the one to stumble into the big bad at the end there. So I love the fact that she was the bait for our pool and that she's the one who's going to go down in our song history. The tales that get written about this group as being the one who managed to catch the dragon by the tail, as it were. So I look forward to seeing how we get out of this one. I have no idea. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Definitely. And finally, over to Anino.
How's it going, everyone? My name's Anino. You can find me on Twitter at Anino Gaming. Next week, you'll see me again on Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time over on the Wandering DM channel for Cyberpunk Red, where we left off with Justice Mime having completely demolished 4 gangsters in order to send a silent message to his adversary. On Saturday, hopefully at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on the same channel, we will have our next installment of Scion. And then over at 7:30 p.m. on Valdriant's channel will be a 4-week arc of The Expanse. Which I am starting to watch the show because I felt too lazy to read the source books. So this is that, and then it's Easter. So then nothing else is happening there. But yeah. So that's it.
Very cool. Awesome. I've been very curious about the Expanse RPG. I liked the show, so it's always interesting to see that. Very nice. Okay, well, I now also feel feel less bad about failing the intimidation check. I was trying to intimidate a dragon, so there was no way in hell that was happening. I have to say that I think that my favorite moment tonight probably was the dragon reveal. That was a heck of a thing. So that was awesome, and also just the description of the dragon, just the way that it's the tentacles and the purpleness, and it's I am terrified, but also excited to get back to it. So this will be it. Very cool. All right. Well, that's most of what I got to say here. Let me also, but of course I'm going to say more because this is what I do. Let us once again bow our heads in thanks to Jade Nebula for providing the wonderful character art. Once again, I am Jim Ryan. You can find me at OtherDoc on both Twitch and Twitter. My website is jimyesthatjim.com, where you can find my Geek Observation podcast and links to my various other podcasts, audio dramas, writings, and such. I have links down below to my various media. On Tuesday nights, on this channel, I run a short campaign of Urban Shadows that is set in Rome, Italy. On Saturday nights, I am over on Weave the Tale, playing in their Fate of Cthulhu campaign, The Return of Carcosa, run by Trooper, whom you may remember as Oceanus from this game. We only have a couple sessions left on that. Then on Sundays we have this, except of course not next week. Next week is the spring holiday will happen, then we shall during which time we shall do our various observances as various folks observe things, then we'll be back in probably a couple of weeks from now. I am also currently appearing on a podcast, an actual play podcast, Tabletop Garden. They've got a new series that is, as we speak, rolling out week by week, called The Great Molasses Flood, which is set in Boston in 1919, and uses Rosette Diceless, which is a system we have showcased once on this channel. For a couple of sessions that Melissa, one of the developers, came and ran it. And Melissa is also in that game. and it was a cool time. A lot of heavy drama, especially early on because it was a heck of a disaster. So, folks want to check that out. That is at tabletop.garden. Let's see. Sign-ups for Scum and Villainy have completed, and now we are beginning the long, slow figuring out who's playing thing. And we had many sign-ups, so we're working through that and figuring it all out. So we'll have more information on that in the coming weeks. But when we hit the end card, I'm going to send a raid over to Manapot Studios because they are playing Invisible Sun. They're back playing Invisible Sun. I think they've been off for a little while, possibly. So we're going to go over there and say hi. Feel free, if you are so inclined, to hang on and say hi to them with us. That, again, will be when we hit the end card. In the meantime, folks, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and we will catch you next time. Farewell.